guys, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I decided we're gonna do a full face of black owned brands. I did a video on Oma Beauty a little while ago, and that was highlighting a black owned brand, but just because I did one doesn't mean I can't do more. Like, we can still talk about this stuff and we can still highlight these black owned brands. It's not a trend, so it's gonna be something that I do on my channel ever so often, and today I thought would be a perfect day to do that. So anyway, I have a full desk full of black owned beauty brands in front of me, and I thought we would just sit down and kind of talk about these brands and the products that I'm going to be using. Some are old, some are new, and just kind of like chat and bring light to some of these brands. Now, I am missing components to creating a full complete face. For those parts of the video, we're just gonna move it right along, and I won't even really film that part. I'll just do it off camera and come back to you. I'm already primed and moisturized and ready to apply makeup, so if you want to see me put on a full face of black owned beauty, then make sure that you keep on watching. So like I said, the skin is already primed and moisturized, and we're ready to go in. The first thing I'm going to be using on my face today is we're going to do our contour, and we're going to be using the Oma Beauty contour stick. So one side of this is a contour, if you can see, and then the other side of this is a highlight. I did talk about this in my Oma Beauty brand haul video that I did a little while back, so you can check that out if you'd like to. The highlight is a little dark for me. This is my fault though. I bought the wrong color, so this whole number is a little dark for me even for contour, but with the foundation on top and stuff, it blends out and ends up looking okay. So we're gonna go in with that, and we're not gonna use the highlight portion because I have something else for highlight later, and it's just a little too golden for me, but we're gonna get right on into the contouring. It goes on super smooth. And there's like articles out there or something that says that this product is better than like the KKW one. The KKW product that's like this with the highlight and the contour really honestly kind of put this sort of moment on the map. And this one is super creamy. Like I said, this one's a little dark, so I don't go ham. Well, you guys are probably looking at this and being like, you don't go ham, what do you mean? But I don't go in as heavily as I would with like a lighter colored one. The other one that I use too is actually also a black owned brand. It's the Juvia's Place concealer instead. As you can see, there's a huge color difference in those two. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to use this product today, and I can use it. It's like, it's just, I don't know, it's more of like a dramatic effect, I guess. So now I'm just taking a stippling brush. I'm just going to blend this in. I've been really into using stippling brushes for blending in my contour lately. This stuff just blends like a dream, especially with this kind of a brush. I've always used like a sponge before to do this, but I find this is just to be so much easier. I'm really, really into it. And for the nose contour, I use a stippling brush too, but it's like an even smaller one. And I just take this and do the same thing, but on the nose. So it's like easier to control in this smaller area. This stuff just blends out so easily. It honestly is so great. Like, Oma Beauty, it really, really kills it with this. So when it's blended out, it's not as deep as this looks. It's actually faded down a lot. And I really, really quite like the way that it blends out in the skin. And it just, this is a great product. So if you haven't heard of Oma Beauty, you can pick them up inside of Ulta, and they also have a website that you can order them off of. The next thing we're going to be using on our skin is going to be by Juvia's Place, a Nigerian owned brand. Actually, both of these are Nigerian owned brands. Juvia's Place and Juvia's Place and Oma Beauty are both Nigerian owned brands. We're going to be taking our Juvia's Place concealer and just kind of going underneath the eyes with that, and highlighting all the areas we need to highlight. Oh my god, and you guys, this concealer, I've talked about it before on my channel. It is so full coverage, it's ridiculous. It honestly is that bitch. Like, you don't think she's that bitch, but she is that bitch. Like, she is a full coverage moment. She's like $8 or something, like so affordable. And she just is like, I haven't dipped back in. I'm using the same thing. The applicator has this, you can't see it right now because it's full of product, but it has this little dip in it. Let me try this and see if it shows up. Well, I don't know if you can see. I'll put it really close. But the applicator has this little like groove and right in the tip, and that's where all the product kind of holds, I'm assuming. And you just get so much product on the one little dip, and it's just honestly such a great product. I love it. I'm gonna blend this out with a sponge. Okay, so I've applied my concealer to highlight, and now I do have a couple little spots on my face because you guys, maskne is real, okay? And it's hot, and it's like summertime, so I have an Oma Beauty concealer in my skin tone, and I'm just gonna use that to cover up like spots on my face. You guys, the maskne is like, oh my god, like even if it's on a full blown like breakout, you guys, I'm having like such bad issues with like texture on my like chin area and like my lower cheeks and stuff from where the mask sits. Anyway, if you guys want a video about how to deal with maskne, then leave a comment down below. All right, time for foundation. For foundation, again, we're using Oma Beauty. I am going to get into a couple other different brands, I promise you, but these are just kind of like the brands I have for the face. So Oma Beauty foundation, what is this called? Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. This is a really good foundation, you guys. I reviewed this as well when I did my Oma Beauty haul. I really like this foundation a lot. And it's a decent color match, full coverage, buildable, lightweight, hydrating. It's like not so matte that you're like looking like a pancake face, but it's not so dewy that you're like creating oil. Like, I have oily skin, so I don't like foundations that like are too dewy because like I don't need that. I need oil control and like mattifying properties in my foundation. This is one layer, you guys. I don't need to build this up and put 2 layers on because I mean it's very full coverage and nice. And just look at this like finish. So it's kind of like glowy. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. So to do that, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I go ahead and do a little bake under the eyes. The one thing about this Juvia's Place concealer, you guys, it has great coverage, but before you go to set your face with this, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're gonna have to pat out the creasing in it. After you do that, you shouldn't have any problems with creasing from there on out after you set it. But it's not one of those concealers. Oh my god, I have a hair on my face. Hello. It's not one of those concealers that you're gonna be able to just mess with for a long time without setting it, without it creasing. It just isn't. But that being said, the coverage is so beautiful, and once you smooth out those creases before you set it, then you don't really have any issues with it after that. It's pretty good. What I like to do is I like to just take my sponge and just like tap powder on my face, but not necessarily bake it, and then I'll blend that in with a brush. You guys, this Fenty powder, the finish that it has on the skin is so nice. If you bake with it, then literally it like actually bakes into your skin. Like by the time you're done doing your makeup, or by the time you're done doing your bake, it literally has just like absorbed into your skin. I use the shade Butter for this, but they have a really nice shade range, and honestly, whatever your translucent is, because translucent is not the same for everybody, whatever yours is, they probably have a color that's going to match it. They have like a lot of different shades in this, and they smell fantastic, and they set really well, and I quite enjoyed this powder a lot. I don't know if I'll purchase the big one, simply for the fact that there's so many translucent powders out there, and I've been liking to try different ones. So for me to purchase a big one of these when I could purchase another brands to test it out or whatever, but this is super good, and I honestly there's nothing wrong. I like it a lot. I highly recommend it. It's really good and it smells amazing. For bronzer, we're gonna go into a product I haven't tried yet, actually. I got it in my BoxyCharm this month. It's by Ace Beauty. It's gonna be their Bronzed in Paradise bronzer palette right here. It has a little mirror in there, which is really nice. It has 4 bronzer shades. There's pretty much a bronzer shade for every tone in here. They have a really, really light one and also a really, really deep one. Obviously, these two are really dark for me, and it's not going to be a bronzer shade for me no matter what I do. But these two right here are pretty, they look like a pretty good bronzing shade for me. So I'm going to go ahead and test this out. I've never used it before, so I don't know how it performs, but I have seen a bunch of reviews on it, and the reviews have been okay. My only thing that I'm thinking is that it might be a little warm, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. It was just like one little dab in there, and it seemed to give me some pretty nice coverage. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Okay, so this is really nice. It blends out really easily. It doesn't mess with the foundation at all or make that look weird. I mean, I don't really see... So far, so good with this. In the shade, I was a little nervous it was going to be too warm, just by the way that it looks in the pan, but it's not. It actually works okay, and I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's really nice. I think the finish is great, and this is a great BoxyCharm addition. Do you guys want me to do BoxyCharm videos? I get BoxyCharm now, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not yet in my videos. This is from my second box I've gotten from BoxyCharm. And I don't know, do you guys like BoxyCharm videos? Are you into that? Like, I know so many people do them, and I don't want to be like basic for lack of a better word, so I don't want to just do the same thing that everyone else does, but if you guys want to watch them, I mean, there's a reason that people create them all the time. I mean, go off, sis, right? Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see BoxyCharm videos. Yeah, this is really, really pretty. I'm quite enjoying that. Okay, so for blush, we're gonna use a cream blush product that it's by Fenty Beauty as well. This is actually kind of like a blush slash highlighter. It's in the shade Trippin'. It's this right here. It is the Matchsticks Shimmer Skin Stick by Fenty Beauty in the shade Trippin'. It's really, really pretty. It's like a corally, shimmery moment, and I don't love a shimmer blush, but this, honestly, I live. This thing is so pretty. I've actually been wearing it a lot lately, and I like that I can put it on over my powder products and not have it act weird with them, or I can put it on underneath and I still have a subtle little glow from within coming from the blush. So what I do is I just take it and kind of like dab it on. It feels a little weird rubbing a cream product on my like powdered skin. And I'll use my finger and stuff a little bit too with this just to kind of blend everything in. But I like it. See, it adds like a little hint of a shimmer or whatever to the skin. It's not overly, I'll kind of use this as like a blush slash highlight moment. So I only use this when I'm going for that kind of a feel. I do love a good matte blush. Don't have one by a black owned brand yet, but I love this moment and this like kind of like glow. Fenty, you did that. I really, really obsessed with this. It's so good. Next, we're gonna go into a brow product, and the brow product is also by Beauty. It is gonna be their blowout brow gel. Natural brows are really in right now, you guys, and I'm lucky enough to have a relatively full brow naturally, so this product has been like the biggest time saver for me when I want to just do like a little brow moment and then go. I literally just take this and like kind of just lightly brush it through my brow hairs, and lightly because it's very pigmented, so you don't want to use too much, and it gives just like a little definition to your brows while still keeping them really natural. I use this when I do my full face of glam makeup. I use this when I just, you know, run to the store and don't want to look crazy. I'll just put like brow and mascara on. This has been a great product for me in that regard. To set our eyes, we're going to use the Juvia's Place concealer, then use this as kind of like a primer for my shadow. Okay, and so for eyeshadow today, we are going in with Miss Pat McGrath. Luxury, high-end, quality, realness, amazing packaging, you guys. This is the Mothership 1 Subliminal palette. I didn't know which one it was, but I love this palette. I still have the little packaging and I keep it in this because it's very, I didn't want anything to get messed up with her. I love this palette. It is so, it's heavy, it's expensive, it's gold on the back, and it's just really, really luxe perfect. The shimmer shades in this are unmatched. Pat McGrath is queen, mama. Pat McGrath is queen. Inside there is a nice hardy mirror in there, and then this is the color story that we have to work with here. This particular palette is really cool toned, but the colors that honestly speak to me so much in this palette are this blue. Every time I touch this palette, I feel like I use this blue shade, this bright blue right here, and this gold is super nice as well, and they just, oh my god, like I'm just gonna swatch a couple of them for you so you can see. They are just out of, I just put that in there. Out of this world. So good. Creamy, like the, oh my god, Pat McGrath. You're gonna pay a pretty penny to own one of these Pat McGrath palettes, or you're gonna have your best friend give it to you for Christmas like mine did. You're gonna pay for these palettes because, I mean, just look at that. Look at that. But the quality is there, you guys. I mean, she is queen. She has a foundation that I actually sampled from Sephora. When I bought Patrick Starr's makeup remover spray, I got like a sample of her foundation as like one of my little freebies, whatever, that I got. And while the coverage is pretty light on it, and there wasn't enough in the sample for me to build, but it was so pretty on my skin. And I'm like, do I want to drop $70 or however much it is for that foundation? Like, honestly, maybe. It's been a long day. Do a little ASMR moment. Okay, I think we're ready to work again. I have to use the blue in this palette. I just have to. There's literally no other option for me out there. The blue in this palette, every single time I use it, has to go on my face. Every single time. So I'm just gonna take this blue shade and I'm just gonna pack it on to the lid. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just gonna pack it over the entire lid. In this super dark pigmented shade, there's like literally no fallout with this. I mean, there's like a couple, oh, little pieces, shit. But when you use, if you were to use like a setting spray or like some water with this, when you sprayed it, like I'll do that right now. If you were to use something like that when you applied this, and you would just get like an even better color payoff. And like, look at that. Oh my god. And it honestly, like, it does not fall out. Oh, you guys, that is so pretty. I literally am obsessed with this. It is so pretty. Why don't I use this more? Oh yeah, because it's $125 for the palette. It is a pricey product, you guys. This is not something that is going to be like a budget find for you. But if you're looking to invest in something that is high-end, black-owned, with superior quality, then Pat McGrath is the way to go. Okay, so that is all applied, and oh my god, it's looking so fierce and metallic and just pretty and gorgeous and everything. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of a mixture of two of these brown neutral shades, like the medium to dark shade and the lightest neutral shade in the palette, and I'm just going to take that and use it to diffuse this line so it just looks blended and not so harsh. And it's also gonna make this concealer that's so light just kind of not look so light and bright on my eye right there, and it's gonna make everything look a little more natural. See how much more blended that looks right there? It looks a lot less harsh than like that side. That's what I'm going for. We're gonna take the, oh, I can't decide if I want to use this purple topper or the white topper. So we're gonna take this purple topper and we're gonna use that just all over what we've done so far, just to give it like a glittery moment. Oh my god, you guys, can you see how pretty that is? Oh my god, she just kills it. She absolutely kills it. It's so pretty. And then I'm just gonna take the white topper too, because I literally couldn't resist. It's so amazing. And I'm just gonna put that right in the center of the eye, just to give it even more of a reflect right there. Okay, I'm going in with my finger. Fuck it. Oh! Ah! It's so good, you guys. It literally is so good. I mean, like, in person, just the dimension there is literally out of this world. It's literally out of this world. Unmatched. 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 Okay, we're gonna work on the under eye now, and for the under eye, we're gonna take the blue again. This is a very, like, one-toned look, but it has a lot of dimension from all the shimmers. And we're just gonna take that underneath the eye. Oh, she's dramatic. I'm just gonna take a tiny, like, fluffing brush that doesn't really have any product on it, and we're just gonna, like, diffuse that under eye a little bit without adding any additional product. And I think it might be really cute to use the gold shade in this palette for, like, an inner corner moment. So I just took that, just like a little pop in the corner right there, but I'm gonna wet it because it's like, hello. And this look is very Pat McGrath. If you know about Pat McGrath shadows and like Pat McGrath brand, then she does very like dramatic, like dark looks like this. So this is very on brand for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone with the champagne colored shade in the palette. I feel like this look would have been super cool with a soapy brow. Comment down below if you want to see me in a soapy brow. Okay, I'm gonna try and brush my brows up and just see what happens. Okay, I feel like that looks super cool. It's like messy. Okay, so this is the finished eye look. I'm gonna pop some lashes and mascara on off camera because I don't, yeah, we already talked about that earlier in this video. I don't have any black owned of those two things, and then I'll be right back. Oh my god, hi, I'm back. I'm sorry, I forgot to put highlighter on, and well, hello, I need highlighter. So for highlighter, I'm actually gonna be using a Juvia's Place eyeshadow for that because it just works really, really well for it. This is the Masquerade palette by Juvia's, and we're gonna be using the shade Giza, this one, like creamy champagne one right there, and we're gonna be using that for a highlight shade today. Okay guys, and this is the finished look. So we are wearing a full face of black owned brands today. I did a really, really simple gloss on the lip because the eye is so bold and out there. Hello? Mr. Kitty! I don't know what's happening, but it sounds like they're like destroying things. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this makeup look. And yeah, guys, what black owned brands do you use? Are any of these brands new to you? I hope I could shed some light on some of these amazing companies that we need to pay more attention to and highlight and all of that goodness. You can follow me on all of my socials at Beauty by Shelby. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all that at Beauty by Shelby. I'll put that right here for you guys so you can check it out. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Thank you so much for joining the family. Ring the bell so you're notified of all of my future videos when they do post. We are going strong. We are just on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Also on Instagram, thank you so much. Your love and support literally means the absolute world to me. So check me out on Instagram as well. Make sure that you follow me. All of that good stuff. All right, you guys. Her hair is big. Her look is bold. And I think it's time to take a couple Instagram pictures and yeah, like keep it moving. Yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Bye-bye.